The Northern Aggression. Welcome to another episode of Chronicles, where we delve into the complexities of historical events. In this episode, we explore the Confederacy's perspective referring to the American Civil War as the Northern Aggression. Chroniclers, join us as we examine the origins of this term, the reasons behind its usage, and its impact on our understanding of the American Civil War. The American Civil War, fought between 1861 and 1865, was a defining moment in American history. It pitted the Union, primarily consisting of northern states, against the Confederacy, composed of southern states that seceded from the Union. While the popular view sees the war as a struggle to preserve the Union and end slavery, some historians and proponents of the Confederacy hold a different perspective, referring to it as the Northern Aggression. The term, the Northern Aggression, emerged from the belief that the Union, under President Abraham Lincoln, initiated hostilities against the southern states without provocation. Supporters of this view of the American Civil War argue that the Union's actions, such as the blockade of southern ports and the military campaigns, amounted to an unjust aggression against the Confederacy's right to self-determination and states' rights. The general narrative on the Civil War is that the South heavily relied on slave labor and feared that the election of President Lincoln, who opposed the expansion of slavery, would threaten their way of life. Considering the political, social, and economic factors of the time, the secession of southern states was purportedly a defensive measure to protect the Confederacy's interests, and the term, the Northern Aggression, was allegedly used to emphasize the Confederacy's perceived victimhood. It is important to note that the use of the Northern Aggression is subjective and is not universally accepted or supported by historical consensus. Some historians argue that the Confederacy's secession and subsequent military actions were a direct response to the growing tensions surrounding slavery and the preservation of the Union. From this perspective, the Northern Aggression can be seen as an attempt to reshape the narrative and justify the actions of the Confederacy. On the other hand, supporters of the Northern Aggression theory argue that it is an undisputed fact that Abraham Lincoln never considered the emancipation of the slaves when the war began. He was more concerned with keeping the Union intact. They insist that the emancipation of the slaves was used only to turn the tide of the American population's opinion as well as that of the international community about the war, and to some extent the battle. To change the narrative and turn the North from being the aggressor into the savior and the emancipator of the slaves. The use of this term highlights the deeply divisive nature of the American Civil War and its legacy. It underscores the ongoing debates about the war's causes, the institution of slavery, and the balance between federal authority and states' rights. By examining the origins and implications of this term, we gain insight into the complex and multifaceted nature of the war and its aftermath. It is essential to approach the study of history with an open mind, recognizing the perspectives and experiences of all parties involved. By understanding the reasons behind the Confederacy's use of the term, we gain a deeper appreciation of the diverse narratives that emerged from this historical event. As we conclude this chapter of our chronicle, we are reminded of the enduring impact of the American Civil War on America's history and identity. The Northern Aggression serves as a reminder of the complexities and varying interpretations surrounding this pivotal period. Join us in our next episode as we continue to explore the events and individuals that have shaped our world.